Gemini, what up, boo? Okay, I'm just gonna jump in. This is a general read. It may not resonate with everyone. Um, and if the title resonates, then this is for you. Um, and if you are Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or pretty much anywhere where you have a strong Gemini concentration or whatever, you just show up as Gemini in your reads. Who the hell knows? But this is just the energy, not necessarily the sun sign for anyone. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys are being pushed to walk away from something. Some of it might be like a friendship that has just kind of like run its course, and it's just kind of like, you know, we're done here, that sort of thing. Because like he's not having a good time. And then I think at the bottom, let's see what we have at the bottom of the deck. Pluto, transformation. So, oh, and that's Six of Swords. So that's definitely like walking away, moving on, moving away from it, moving towards something. And he's looking at the sun. So for that to be like the last card out, that feels pretty good to me. But there's a need for you guys to make a judgment call on something. And this is probably something that's been weighing on you guys for a while. I think some of you guys, like your money is flowing a little bit better now. But as far as like this friendship, I'm almost feeling like it was based on something like, okay, if you guys, it might be a friendship from, you know, you guys were friends for a long time, like from your childhood years. So you guys did a lot of like the lower energy things, like, you know, going out partying, and some of you guys are growing out of that. It's like, it just doesn't serve you anymore. It's just like, okay, so what is this really? Some of you guys might have been, might be walking away from a connection where you thought it was like a caring connection. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a friendship, but it could be like a relationship that, where you thought they cared about you. And it's just like, you're kind of just realizing where, like, wow, you just didn't really give a fuck about me. And it's like you want to move away before it's like, before I cut a bitch, like that sort of thing. And you're trying to find a way. Yeah, I just saw yin and yang and balance. So this could have been like a very best friend. But when you move away, you are moving towards happiness. Like it's like bittersweet kind of. And it's like you're realizing that you kind of got to look out. You got to look out for you. Like, you just don't know how to have this conversation, or you're trying to find a way out of something. Some of you are trying to find a way out of something. Yeah. Oh, wow. Caring connection. Let's see for messages for Gemini. But there's definitely a need for you to have a judgment call. Journey. Definitely walking away from something, a spiritual journey. So some of you guys might be going through an awakening, some sort of transformation. And you're kind of just taking a long look at your friends. Like, it's like if these were your friends and this is you now, and you're just looking like, Get one more for Gemini. Energy for Gemini. Whoa. I just heard, are we done? Envy. Yikes. Okay, so remember I said it was something from the lower energy, like somebody that this person could actually be like secretly jealous of you. And it's like you're walking away from that person. Like you guys, it's like you guys are kind of like holding like the same thing. And like she's old and gross and hers is really little, but you're like young and vibrant, and you're holding like this lantern that's similar to what she kind of has in her hand, but it's way bigger. This person is jealous of you. And it's like you didn't know it. That leads me back to the whole thinking that this person cared about you, and they just secretly envy you. They envy you. They look at like you have this happiness, or you have something, there's a difference, there's a lighter energy to you. And it's like, how do I get in on that? And they just can't get in on that right now. It's like, you can't sit with us. Okay, I'm gonna use the Starman Tarot. And then I'm gonna clarify with the Healing Light Tarot. So let's see what we come up. And I feel like some of you guys have been like alienated from your friends, or you've been feeling alienated, or maybe they do, because you are going through this like awakening where it's just like, I'm a different person now. And that's like, I feel like I kept thinking about the Nine of Wands, and I want to say this is the Nine of Wands, but I don't remember. But I do feel like that it might be. But it's like, let me walk out of here before, you know, before you get to the 10, before it's like, before things get a little too crazy up in here. Yeah, the bottom of the deck got the Ace of Wands. Coming up for Gemini. You guys are, oh, woo, woo. So we have the Five of Swords with the Four of Cups. So that leads me back to the whole thinking that, yeah, at the bottom of the deck we have the World. So definitely a cycle ending with someone or something, where it's like, because this could be you or this could be someone else, but it's like Five of Swords is always, you know, games being played and like no one wins. It's a lose-lose situation. And in this case, there's there is someone lurking in the background, like, and they've got a hood on, like you can't see their face. You don't know who they are, if they're even real or not. And there's someone over here that's like down and just out of it. But it's like this person right here, it's like they were being like controlled by something, or it's just like they just weren't seeing something, like they're seeing red. And this was probably like an energy vampire, just like taking everything out of you. And you're just like, I feel like this is you and this is that person. And it like just kind of like left you depleted. Like, what the fuck? It's like, I gave you my heart, like continuously. They bit the hand that fed them. They want to call you and talk. But you're kind of like, I'm out. And this could be them as well, because it's like they play games. They in front of your face, like just blatantly. Like they didn't give a shit. There's Two of Pentacles, trying to balance out the situation. So they might be trying to come around and trying to balance things out, but it's like, you're kind of like, well, is this what I really want? It's like that's what you want, but you know it's not good for you. Yeah, it's what you want, but you know it's not good for you. Look at that, 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands under the wish fulfillment. So it's like this, whatever connection this is, like Five of Wands, conflict. It's just like you keep trying to make it better and it's just not getting better. So it's like, I have to walk away. Because now you're standing in your power. If you're on this spiritual journey, you're standing in your power and you know that you need to walk away, but it's like you can't decide whether you want to or not. Or whether you want to keep this person, because it's like you keep trying to make it better and you keep trying to make fetch happen and it's just not happening. These lines that I keep coming, because I just said like, oh, you can't sit with us. And then that one, that's from Mean Girls. So this is definitely somebody who has been nice to you in front of your face and is like, ain't shit behind your back. And I feel like your intuition has been blocked with this connection because you thought like, you know, it was scary and anxiety. Like you thought like they gave a shit about you. You didn't think that you needed to be on guard. On guard. Yeah, this is friendship, happy. And this is like, every time I look at this, this is Six of Cups. So this is definitely somebody that you've had a long friendship with from childhood or something like that. And it's like laughing. I don't know why I always feel like this, but it's like you were the butt of the joke, or like they get some sort of entertainment. What is that I'm trying to say? Like laughing at your expense or something like that. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I mean. But this is like causing you to like go back and look at the details of things, because now you're awakening. Now you're like, you hip to the game now, and now you're just like, well, hold on, wait a minute. Now you're replaying scenes over in your mind, like, okay, because now you're remembering things that they said at one point where it kind of raised an eyebrow, but you didn't really think too far into it, because you're like, that's the homie. Like, why would they think anything like that? And it's just kind of like left you in your head. Like your eye is opening for sure. There's some sort of enlightenment. This is like the Hangman. Communication, clear communication is coming in. Wow, clear communication, third house. Gemini, this is you. Like it is like, you can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Like you got the windshield wiper on your third eye here. Let me take one more off the top and let's just see. Queen of Wands. So like definitely standing in your power. And it's like, I feel like it was one last fight, one last thing that happened. It was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And I'm seeing a lot of fives here. Like with the 5-5 and the 5, like with this being the Judgment card, like something's got to give, something's got to change. And it's like, you're like, I'm not taking this shit no more. I'm not about to play these games with you, okay? Clarify. I feel like I don't really need to clarify any of these, honestly. But let's just, yeah, whatever connection this is, it's just not, you're just not happy with it anymore. It's almost like you were just giving in more of yourself and not getting anything in return. You've been a good friend to this person. And it's time to lay the burden down. And it's almost like if you were waiting, like you might have given this person money. I don't know where this is coming from. You might have given this person money and they just like kind of never paid you back. And you kind of just let it slide because like that's your friend. And it's just not working anymore. Like it's just not. Three of Pentacles in reverse. And I think that's kind of like what you're sad at. And this could be very well with somebody that you were in a relationship with, and your relationship was actually built on some sort of friendship, or you thought it was built on a friendship. The Hermit in reverse. So see, I can take these two different ways. I can take this as them, not you coming out of hermit mode and you like coming out of that, you know, getting that enlightenment, like, okay, now it's like things aren't balanced and I need to make a decision. It's not working out. I need to make a choice. And this is also like them not seeing the imbalance in the situation, them not going within. That takes me back to them being younger than you, not necessarily by age, but like, you know, mentally they're, oh, I was about to say beneath you. You know what? They think that you think that you are like, oh, you think you're better than me. You think you're better than everybody. They're not telling you this to your face. They're heavy in their feelings. 7 of Wands. With the 2, yeah, it's like you having to defend yourself. And I feel like them not defending you. You know what they say about like, and under all of these, it was like the Queen of Cups under the bottom of the deck with the Hermit in reverse. And now this one is the Queen of Pentacles. And these are all in the upright. It's like, this is who you are. But it's like, low-key, they got you fucked up. But it's like you having to defend yourself, but you don't need to. I'm pretty much done with that. Like, that just gonna like made me mad. All right. I just split the deck at choices and walk your truth. It's like you surrender. Oh, that's too many cards, but the first one out was new chapter. So let's shuffle this once more. Balance. Like, the more that happens, the more that goes on, it's like the more you just start, like, the pieces to the puzzle just start, like, it gets more, like, clearer and clearer. Yeah, you're definitely brushing this person off, and it's just like, we're done here. Like, we don't have anything else to talk about. Surrender. Did say that. Celestial teacher. So, like, I do feel like that you guys have learned a lot, and you guys, these downloads are coming in where it's just kind of like making everything crystal clear, and there is a need for you to surrender to the energy where it's like, it's time to let go of this. Like, it just kind of, it is what it is. Surrender. If you have picked this card, you are being guided to surrender. Surrender your worries, burdens, and control over outcomes, and just be with life in this present moment. By surrendering, you allow life to move forward naturally as it should. Resisting the natural cycles of life only causes anguish, frustration, and a feeling of constant struggle. Dear one, stop persisting and swimming the other way. When you push against life, life pushes back, and what you resist most will continue to exist in your life. That makes me think about this conflict. It's like you keep trying to make fetch happen, or they keep trying to make fetch happen, and it's just like, it's just not working because it's not supposed to. Like, that happens. Things run its course, and it's like you're walking away and they feel away, and that is a personal problem for them. Do you feel perplexed by the fall of autumn leaves? No, for there is trust in the natural cycles of birth, death, and rebirth. We too experience these cycles. However, most of us live in a state of unawareness and resist the cycles of birth and death within them. This doesn't mean you should quit, but rather to make that decision to trust in the cycles of life. For when you are in acceptance of what is, you become more empowered to attract the outcome you desire. Like, the queens were showing up, like, at the bottom of the deck, and the Queen of Wands is here, and she goes after what she wants. Right here under the sun, you know how to manifest your happiness. You know how to do those things. Acceptance does not mean giving up your power and light to another, allowing yourself to be ill-treated, or giving up on your dreams. Acceptance is giving up your resistance to what is and allowing spirit to guide you to do what needs to be done. When you surrender that tight hold you have on the situation and bring yourself to a place of inner peace, you will find that clarity. Solutions will appear and allow deeper wisdom to guide your way. Energy that was once spent on resistance will now be focused on projects that bring you joy. This in turn will attract the miracles and blessings you so hope for. So the affirmation for this card is, I surrender to this moment and trust in Great Spirit to guide my way. And that's associated with the solar plexus. So lots of yellow. I got the sunflower here twice for you. I got these for you. So yeah, so that's what I have for you, Gemini. If you want to book a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. I do charge for them, so I'm just gonna save you the time in like writing me an essay of an email. Like, I can't. Okay. I'm sorry, I just can't. Like, that's a lot to deal with. But if you'd like to book a reading, you can find me in the description box below. And I love you guys. Good luck with everything, and I'll talk to you guys later.